Hello everyone, this is Tuga speaking. I hope you guys had enjoyed my last video, and for today's video it's gonna be something simple, something quick. It's gonna be about how to create a simple geometry. This is a basic training just for beginners, let's say. That doesn't mean that people that already know cannot learn something from it. I see myself many times learning things from people that say that they don't know more than me, but I ended up learning with them. Even when questions sometimes makes us think twice about the way we do things, and that's a way to learn as well. So for today's video, like I said, I'm gonna create some geometries. I'm gonna do something simple, but for now I'm gonna show you something a little more advanced, just for you guys to know what a 3-axis machine can also do. Doesn't need to be a 5-axis machine to do 3D things. A 3-axis machine can also create that if you put a little more effort into the programs. You can do that. So what I'm going to show you is something simple that crossed my path a few days ago. Someone asked me if I was able to create small caps for some railings and some posts, and I said, yeah, I can try to make it. It was something like this. Yeah, something interesting. And just as a reminder, this is a 3-axis machine. I work on a Rover A flat bed machine, and I'm gonna press play. So I'm just gonna try not to extend too much the video. So gonna play here, and you're gonna see how the machine created. This is just something simple. I just made it a couple minutes ago because I don't have the license key with me, so I'm not able to save it. So I just created just to play a quick video for you guys to look at it. As you can see, it's something curved all around. This is just a small cap. This was made with a 2-inch piece of MDF and was meant to be in wood, but the client after all said it's okay, it can be in MDF, which is gonna be a lot easier for me because I'm gonna make all these pieces all along the length. And yes, the machine will take a little longer to do it, and for sure I'll find other ways to make the same pieces maybe a little faster, because this one's the way it's done, it takes about maybe 7 minutes to make each one. And yes, it's gonna be like 30 something pieces, so it's gonna be a quite time. But when the machine has nothing else to do, nothing more important, it'll just create this while the machine is stopped and let it run. It will run for a couple hours. Yes, you heard me, couple hours. But it's always good not leave the machine unattended. I've done it before, nothing happened, but I don't recommend. I've done it. I've done it before. Couple jobs that would take like 7 hours to do. Yes, you heard well. 7 hours. Couple programs, yeah. 7 hours to make. And I would leave it overnight. Of course, it was risky. I've tried to program, but you know, some things could happen. Yeah, it's dangerous, so don't do that. Don't leave your machine unattended. I know it's always the, let's say, the boss last decision, right? So if they decide, it's their call, not your call, not my call, but it's not recommended. So it's always better to stay safe than something can happen. Okay, so let's move forward. And for today's video, as I said, I will create something simple, something like this. I just create this here with 1000 by 600, and then I created a geometry here. I'm just showing how you guys can create a simple rectangle, and after milling the inside just for a pocket or something, a recess, anything. I made it simple. From here we can go to variables, we can go to a lot of different situations. So with no further, let's get started. So usually when you open the machine, when you open the program, this is what you'll see. You'll find something like this, and you will want to press here to create your piece. Then you set your length and width, which is in X and Y. I think I've said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. This machine works in coordinates. We work with X, Y, and Z coordinates. Usually the most important is the length and the width, which is the X and Y. So as you can look here, there's the arrow here, the arrow pointing the right side, it's the X, pointing down towards you, it's the Y. Okay, well, couple days ago I did a job, and I find always a new way to do things, because we start doing one way, and after some time we learn that there's other easiest ways to do it. But for starters, let's do it like this. Okay, so I just press a line here. If you put the cursor on top, you'll see what it is. I've explained on a previous video the interface roughly. Of course, over time you will learn what is what. So line, let's make a rectangle with 100 millimeters all around from the outside of the piece. So you go here and you're gonna put 100 to X and 100 to Y. Press enter. Then I'm gonna try to be a little faster. So we have two options here. This is for the second point. Okay, if I move my cursor, see, we'll follow the cursor, right? So I can do this. It doesn't matter the length you want, or we have a specific measurement, so we can put it here. This is absolute, so it's going to be 900 because it's 1000 minus 100. The Y is the same, it's a straight line. Okay, so we press OK. Then we're gonna have to go from here down, right? So we press line again, and we press here. What I just did was I pressed the line command, then I pressed Alt 1 at the same time, and it highlights this option here. This enables the snap to an endpoint. When I press here, see, this is the endpoint, this is another endpoint, and if I want the middle, I would press here, snap middle point, and it would go here, right? So, but for now we want the edge. So you see the blue dot, we just press there, then bring it down. I moved to the side, but doesn't really matter because I'm gonna set the measurements here. For the X, it's gonna be 900, it's the same. And for the Y, it's gonna be 500 because it's 600 minus 100, right? And there it is. There's other ways to do it, which is if I press polar, this means is related this last point. Again, the absolute, which is the first one, is the coordinates from the origin. 0 here. See here? Would be from here, right? So right now I'm selecting, I just switch. So here I'm gonna set length of 400 because I know it's 600 minus 100 on each side. And then the rotatory angle, it's going to be 90, correct? And it goes down. I want a different angle, up. And 45 was the one that was previous, as you could see. We leave 90, okay? Or you could just simply go direction. Then you have to come around. After you do that, come around, don't touch anywhere, just go here, and then you just press the 400, which is the length, okay? That's okay. After again, we press tab, we'll activate the last command, which was the line. Then you press Alt 1, highlights the end of the point, then move to the side, and then doesn't really matter. I'll go to here. It's easiest. I know how much it is. It should be 800, right? Because it's 1000 minus 100 on each side. So, and then here, instead of 80, it's gonna be 180, right? Right? Because 0, 90 here, and 180 the other side, right? Okay, so I need to finalize. Just press tab. See, you don't see nothing here, so you press Alt 1. I repeat, Alt 1. You can look at here, look. See, there's the shortcut right there. Snap endpoint, Alt plus 1. If you want the middle point, you press Alt plus 2. If you want the intersection, Alt plus 3, and so on and on. So we go here, which is the other one. There's other options, which is to enable all of them, but I don't like that because sometimes can be messy. Here it will make a big difference, but okay. So we're gonna select all the lines, right click, join, press OK, and you have a polyline right here. There's other options to do this. Yes, I know, I'm just showing you a simple way to do it. You can easily go here. It's a rectangle, right? So you know your start point is going to be 100 by 100. Enter. And it's right here, right? See? This is your rectangle, right? And if you know the size of the rectangle, the base, you know it, it's going to be 800. And the height is going to be 400, right? See? Done. A different way to do it. The difference here is just this is a polyline, this is a rectangle. Yes, okay, of course it's an easiest way to do it. I told you before, there's many ways to do it. You will decide how to do it. Over time, you'll find easier ways to do things. I just can't show you all the ways at once. I remember the first time when I learned CNC, to program CNC, was in a different company. It was a different brand of software, and they were advising us to get one software that creates everything for us. That is a very good way to improve things, but it's a bad way to start because you ended up not learning the process itself. And if something goes wrong, you won't be able to fix it as fast as if you learn it from scratch, you know what I mean? So it's always better knowing the small things before you get to the big things. Okay, they when I learned this program, this suite, they also told us that there are programs that can easily create kitchens, cabinets, and all kinds of stuffs, and there are many. I could mention a few, but yes, we already have other programs to do that. But before, we need to dig into the program and know exactly what we're doing. I expect no less than the operator for the CNC. I think he needs to be able to go around and see what is wrong or right, and be able to change it and identify the problem when there is one. And sometimes even the programs, they have different ways to do, and you can change it. It's always good. So right now, let's delete the rectangle. I don't need it. And there's just one thing missing. Just let's set the tool. It's already selected here. The correction, I mentioned before in another video that this is the correction that the tool has as a default, but on this case we will want to be internal, as in the intersection, the beginning of the tooling, it's going to be here. I want it to be in the middle. Set the tool, doesn't matter. This one, the depth is going to be through, so I always do 0.08 through. Now I use 3 times most of the times, and I also set 1 mil to be in here, and bada bing bada boom. That's it. I think that's it. Calculate. Let's see it running. Okay, here. So let's make it run. Yeah, something simple. I can show you the lines. It's important. This is a way to be here, right? You're gonna press OK, but I'm gonna press the line because I want to see where it's working. See, I could have made a mistake, and if I don't have this here, see, you don't know if the machine, if the tool is working from the left or right of the line, right? So if I go here and by accident I press here external, right, and then I press calculate, okay, and all good. You see the dashed line on the outside, right? That means where the tool is gonna go. But if you don't realize, press OK, play, press play, and then you'll see that there's something here, but you can tell that you're working from the inside on outside, right? But once you press here, yes, see, you just cut the outside. Hey, listen, it happened to me before. It will eventually happen to you. We just have ways to try to minimize the problem to happen, okay? So that's how we do it. Well, it's just a simple thing to do. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. Again, there's a lot of things that a simple machine can do. Depends on your creativity, and there's a lot of softwares that you can use. I don't even know. I'm just learning, just like anybody else. I'm learning every day, and I hope you guys learn with me too. I hope the 2025 year brings a lot of goods to everybody. Stay tuned, stay safe, and I see you on the next video. Thank you so much.